Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to the channel. It's a beautiful sunrise today in Kampala, and today I'm going to be traveling to the north of the country to check out a couple of places that I've never been to. And I'm hoping it's going to be an adventure that will keep all of us entertained. And yeah, the bike's ready, loaded up. This time around I'm going with a single duffel setup and the trusty truck bag, and obviously hopefully there's not a lot of traffic this morning. I want to be able to beat the jam, so I've been able to get up quite early. There's been quite a bit of traffic. Not too much, but it's definitely there. But it's beginning to ease up as well. So this is one of Kampala's biggest shopping malls. It's called Garden City. Just right at the banks of the capital city, Kampala. So today we shall be doing 167 kilometers to somewhere in Masindi that I need to go and check out. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful morning here in Kampala, and yeah, we are trying to exit the city and get out as quickly as possible before the traffic jams pick up. Right. Oh, this is good timing. The lights are red, but I think because of the gridlock, we've been allowed to go through. This part of the city usually has really bad traffic jam in the mornings, but today I think it's a little bit better. There's not a lot of traffic. There's lots of motorcycles in Kampala, that's for sure. It's exactly 8 a.m. and traffic is beginning to build up, but the good thing that I'm now on the Gulu Highway, and I think I've avoided roughly 60% of the morning traffic. That is a good thing. So as you can see, the markets are all busy at the moment. So the traders are selling to the owners of the restaurants and stuff. You can see all this fresh fruit and vegetables. It's a good sight to see. People waking up and finding something to do to earn some income. But I think we're in Matuga now, and this is what Matuga looks like. All right. The traffic in Matuga is also, I think, beginning to catch up. Not so sure if this is a morning rush hour as well, but so welcome to Luwero district. Yeah, just looking forward to see what Luwero is all about. I've heard so many stories about Luwero. It had quite a tragic history behind it, but it's all now in the past, and just get up to look at what Luwero looks like, then I shall proceed to Masindi. Yeah. All right. It's exactly 46 past 8 a.m. and it's been 2.5 hours since I left Kampala. Yeah, what a ride. It's been a good ride so far, and I've largely skipped the traffic now, so we now just headed straight. There's no more traffic gridlock anymore. It's no less smooth roads all the way. The weather's really nice. It's a really fantastic day to ride, and yeah. As you can see, the roads in Luwero are quite good. They're really nice actually. So this must be part of Luwero. Let me ask us. Sewa jawaleko. Town ya Luwero eriwa. Town.
Town ya Luwero. Eri mu maaso wano mailo 10 mu maaso wano kyaliwo obulenzi wano.
Oh, obulenzi wano.
Obulenzi ogenda mailo 10.
Kale.
No obulenzi.
Nyanza. Oh, this is obulenzi. I think obulenzi is part of Luwero. But I want to see the town. I don't want to miss the town. I'm really curious to see what Luwero looks like. Wow. There's a really beautiful cathedral here in Luwero. Might as well just go and check it out. I will pass it. It's really fascinating to see, but I think if I see it in person, I think it will be really good. Yeah, these are really beautiful grounds. And this is the church. Wow. Wow. This is an impressive church. I'll just go check out the notice board and see what's new. 2027. Wow. Almost a year from now. It's impressive. Wow. It's a really impressive cathedral. So this is the Luwero Diocese. As you can see, there's some really impressive art. I'm not sure if you can see that. And there's a picture of the late John Paul II. Oh, these are really beautiful emblems. It's good to see. Well, there's no service at the moment. It's not yet Sunday, but let us see. Oh yeah, this is when the church was constructed. Our Lady of Fatima, Queen of Peace. Okay, so this is Our Lady of Fatima, Queen of Peace Cathedral, Kasana. It's a very impressive structure. Come across such cathedrals, so it's good to stop and just have a look and appreciate what they're all about. And the grounds are really impressive as well. Wow. You see all the stained glass on the windows, and I don't know what they call this. For the Muslims, this is called the minaret. I'm not so sure what this is for. Perhaps there's a bell up there. Okay. I think I've seen enough. It's time to continue to Luwero. I want to see the city itself. But I think I'm already in the town, but I want to just check out the city before I continue to Masindi. So this is a relatively new cathedral, constructed in 2004. So it's about 20 something. 20, yeah, I think about 27 years maybe. But still a good site. The It's really beautiful inside. I'm happy I've been able to see it. Alright. Okay. So I think this is Luwero's main town, because I can see all the banks here and all the big shops. Not so much to see that side, but this must be the main city of Luwero. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think this is the main city of Luwero. Well, it's not so different from all the other small towns that I've seen on my trips. They all found across the highway, and I think this is just like the rest of them. But anyway, it's good to see that it's good to see. Well, I think I'm now in Nakasongola district. I've been seeing some of the signposts, but I didn't see the big one, so I didn't think much of it. But anyway, I think this is Nakasongola district. And I must say the roads are really nice. The roads are really nice to cruise on. Not so sure about the name of this town. I think, yeah, it's called Katugo Town Center. This is in alright. It's quite a busy town, but it's quite small. So I've made a short stop over here just to appreciate the beauty of this forest. I mean, it's the pine forest and it goes all the way. I mean, as far as I can see, it's all just forest. And the trees are all tall, and it's really impressive to see. But wow, I think we're still in Nakasongola. And this is what Nakasongola looks like. Quite nice. So we're still in Nakasongola. So we've now reached a town called Mijera. Not so sure if Mijera is a district, but this is Mijera town. Well, it isn't so different from all the other highway towns anyway. They're all located across the highway, and they're usually less than a kilometer long, but well, this one is quite small. And there's not a lot of people here anyway. Alright. We're about to get to the first major stop. And this right here is going to be the first major stop of my Northern Uganda tour. Oh yeah. We're going to go and track rhinos at this wildlife sanctuary, Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary. So these are nice moorings of the rhinos. And yeah, this is the road that is going to lead me there. Oh, it's quite incredible. Alright. So this is the short one, just about 6.9 kilometers to the sanctuary itself. And it's not going to take long, but wow, they really put so many humps on these ones. I think people used to cruise here so fast, and it's a good thing to just slow them down. Alright. So it's just about 6 kilometers to go. As you can see, the place is quite beautiful. There's so much green around, and there's so much to see. Now obviously this wildlife sanctuary of Rhinos has other animals as well. The shoebill. If you stay overnight, you can be able to track the shoebills. There's topi, there's antelope, and yeah, the warthogs. And it's just a good place. I've heard so much good things about it, and that is why I'm here to see it. I've obviously seen rhinos in the wild, I mean in the zoo, back in Entebbe. But I'm sure seeing rhinos in the wild will be a different experience altogether, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I think we've now arrived at the gate. Wow, it's quite beautiful to see. I mean, just look at the grass-thatched artwork on it. It's quite impressive. Alright. Hello. I'm good, thank you.
You come to see the rhinos?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. A nice place to park. I think this will do. So let me just go and clear up, make the payments, then I get back. So I got to come back and pick up the phone. Be able to make mobile money payments with this. Alright, the payments are all done. Now we have another 5 kilometers to go to where I can be able to get a guide and shall be able to go and track the rhinos. Alright. Oh, I just love the trees on each side of the road. They're really impressive. Such a beautiful place, and with all the fresh air, it's a wonderful thing. It's been a hot day. It's quite hot this afternoon, but with the presence of these trees, it's just, there's a real cool breeze in the air. All right. Come to reception. I guess I'll just park the bike here. So this is the recommended parking. All right. We're finally here. So you're looking forward to a good trip. Jump. So I've parked the bike right there. So I'm going to track the animals. Going in this jeep. Right. Thank you so much. Sorry? Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, wow, wow.
As they've been resting the other side where ranges are.
Yeah.
Now I think they are looking.
So how heavy are these animals?
The weight of the animals depends, like the calf at birth is capable of weighing around 45 to 50 kilograms. Then for a full regular female can weigh up to 2.8 tons. Then for a male, it's quite beyond. It can weigh up to 3 tons. Yeah.
Female.
This one is a adult female.
It's looking up here. Okay. Wow. So for how long have you been a ranger?
I was recruited in 2022. Then the training took around 11 months. Then by 2023 in June, I passed out. Then July is when I came in this area. So it's now approximately 3 days.
3.
That's little bit.
How old do you think this one is?
This one is roughly almost going to 1 year and a half. The other one has reached the water point. I think it wants to drink, then after it's my water.
Okay.
It's all rolling in now. Yes, I can take because the temperatures are high, they have to cool the body temperature. And it only does not only help in cooling the body temperatures, but that mud also prevents them from the biting insects like the ticks. Because it makes, like now when the biting insects are sticked on their body, when they wallow with that mud, and the mud sticks and dries on the skin, the other biting insects which are on the skin, they suffocate and fall or die. So recently, it was the end of last year in November, is when we had the campaign of Rhino naming, and these young ones, when they were given the names. The other ones which has gone, the mother is called Malaika, then the younger calf of Malaika is called Jane Goodall. So as to turn the position. But they all have the same color. The differences are that these ones have the wide squared lips because they are grazers. The wide squared lips helps them to pick a lot of grass from the ground, and the others have the sharp pointed mouth. They are browsers, so the sharp pointed lips helps them to pick the tree leaves and other shrubs.
It's like a little,
Yes.
like elephants, but a little bit
They have
to
a
take
sharp,
leaves.
yeah, they pick the leaves from the trees. And these ones are relatively social and calm and less provoked. The others are shy and aggressive.
Yeah, we can saw.
Yeah. So you have seen on National Geographic World whereby rhinos turn in vehicles. It's always the black rhinos which are always social aggressive, whereby to see them we mostly have to be 200 meters away, and you have to 200 meters away you have to use the binoculars. But these ones are relatively very friendly, social and calm and less provoked. That's why we are able to see them at this distance whereby we do not need even the binoculars. And they are capable of eating around 70 to 80 kilograms of grass in a day, and they drink water of about 60 to 65 liters in a day. So that takes them, as they are feeding while walking, they can move around 15 kilometers in a day. And they are mostly always active during the temperatures when they are low. When the temperatures are high, they always move short distances and they rest. But when the temperatures are low, they move long distances because the temperatures favors them. And the calves are always nursed for 5 months. Then they are able to start feeding on grass. And in this process, as the calf is suckling, the mothers usually take them to different families to create friendship. Because when it conceives and it reaches the time of giving the next birth, when it's still moving with this calf, it becomes very aggressive. It chases away this older calf to create space for this newborn baby to grow. Because there is easy competition of milk between the young one and the older one. So there are higher chances that the older one is going to benefit much than the younger one. So the mother, to prevent that from the young one starving, it has to chase away this older calf, that this newborn baby can easily get time to suckle and also grow. So that at a certain time in ahead, it can reunite with the older calf. But when this young one has already gained weight and is able to feed now on grass, it happened here, whereby Roosevelt was very young and Asaba had grown. But at the time of giving birth, Asaba was chased away, then Roosevelt grew. At a certain time, then now Asaba came back, and they are now living together. And it happens that sometimes you may find that Asaba is the one feeding instead, is the one suckling instead of Roosevelt. Ask yourself why.
How is it possible?
It's possible because for these rhinos, they do not usually naturally chase away their young ones because they don't want you or what, but because they want these young ones to grow. But when the time reaches and the calf comes back, it can reunite age. And the sexual maturity age of the rhino for the female ones is starts at the age of 5, 6 to 7 years. Then for the male ones, it's always about 9, 11 to 13 years. Now in that stage, for the female ones, they are able to produce and they can still be friends whenever they meet. Because for these young ones, when they produce, they are always not in the groups. They always like to move together to take care of the younger ones. So they are always lonely with their calves. But when they are males, when they reach that stage, they become very great enemies. They start fighting each other because now they want to own their own territories, and they want also now to start producing or to start owning the females. And they start fighting for territories and for females. Are we good?
Yeah.
Are we good? Can we start moving now? We're taking good photos, good videos.
Yeah, we can take. Do you mind if we take a picture together? Let's take me and him. Will you?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yes.
For us here, we do not the horn, but what we do, we make the rangers, like you saw in the field, to walk with the rhinos for 24 hours. Reason being, we do not want to lose these rhinos like we lost them before.
Yeah.
And it's very good because in South Africa, mostly they use the GPS trackers. But the GPS tracker does not give you each and every detail on how the rhino is feeding and the rhino behaviors. But the human GPS, the rangers, they record each and every information concerning the rhinos, even giving the correct direction and the status of the rhino. If it is sick, you can easily know through the rangers in the field. If they are fighting, they scare shoot. The guns, they're having the guns. And also the guns are also for the poachers. However much we have never gotten any incident of poaching, but we cannot wait it to happen. Then we start protecting the rhinos. We have to prevent it to come. They always say that prevention is better than cure.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why we do it.
But you don't.
Insect go.
Yes, and
out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one you're asking about at the beginning. Huh?
At the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's a
can
young
see.
one.
Yeah, I can see them.
It was large like this, adult.
So we're done with the rhino tracking. And now, I'm really, really hungry. I'm headed for lunch now. Have a buffet. I'm surprised they actually have a buffet here, but I'm looking forward to it. And so I have a banana cake. I think I have a white forestry. Some watermelon. All right. The lunch was really delicious. I've had a really good time here. The rangers really knew what they're doing. And were so helpful in answering all the questions that I was asking. And yeah, it's a really beautiful place. If you look around, the trees, the monkeys, the antelopes, the warthogs, the bushbucks, there's so many animals in this place. But obviously the rhinos are the highlight. And yeah, we saw entire families of rhinos. It was a really beautiful sight. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to come back here another time. But right now, I need to head over to Masindi. I need to go and have a look at the oldest hotel in Uganda. Can you imagine? It's quite something I've been looking forward to for quite a while. And yeah, I should be there in about 2 hours. So let's go. So yeah, adventure didn't stop here. There's still more to see on this trip to Northern Uganda. And this has been the first stop, and we shall be seeing more, obviously. Wow. Let me just pan the camera around and you can see what I'm seeing. This is really incredible. Wow. Just look at that. We have a warthog here. There's another one over there. There's so many of them around this place. There's even right now another right in front of me, and it's just incredible to see. Wow. Anyway, it's time to go.